When I was in my 20s, I thought that landing a great job, earning a six-figure income, and checking off some of my biggest goals would mean life just falls into place. And while I've been fortunate enough to hit those milestones, I've realized that success on paper does not guarantee happiness or clarity. Now that I'm 30, I see things a bit differently, and I've learned some lessons I wish I knew back then. If you're in your 20s figuring things out or just need a little bit of guidance, then these 30 lessons might be exactly what you need. Number 1, travel more. Don't wait until you're old to explore the world. There's so much more beyond your home city, state, and even country like the US. Traveling teaches you more than a classroom or job ever could. It broadens your perspective, gives you memories that last a lifetime, and helps you discover more about yourself along the way. Whether it's a weekend getaway or a month-long adventure, if it's within your means, just go. Travel breaks up that routine, anchors key moments in your life, and gives you something to look forward to all the time. The world is bigger and more interesting than your daily grind, and every trip is a chance to experience that. Number 2, invest in relationships. Who you surround yourself with matters, and as Jim Rohn said, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But I'd also add that those influences aren't just from the people physically around you. They can also come from the content you absorb, like podcasts, shows you watch, or even social media accounts. Invest in relationships that elevate you, not just in terms of success, but emotionally too. The right ones should inspire growth and bring you joy. And as you grow, it's okay to outgrow certain relationships too. Just try not to burn bridges either. Strong, meaningful connections, both offline and online, will help you through life's highs and lows. Number 3, your parents are only getting older. There will come a time where you hug your parents for the very last time. And that's a sobering thought. As you grow through your 20s, your parents grow older too. Don't wait until it's too late to mend that relationship or spend quality time. Call them, visit them, ask them about their stories. You'll cherish those moments more than you realize. You won't regret making the time, but you will regret not doing so when you still had the chance. Number 4, accomplish something small every day. It's easy to focus on those big, lofty goals, which are great to have, but it's the small, consistent wins that build momentum. Whether it's making your bed in the morning, going to the gym every day, or finishing that pesky task that you're trying to put off, accomplishing something every day, even something small, will continue to push you forward. Celebrate those wins because they're the building blocks of success. Number 5, spend on memories, not material things. The joy from buying things fades fast. It's the hedonic treadmill where your happiness always returns to some baseline. Instead, spend on experiences that create lasting memories. A new gadget is nice, but a trip with friends or a photo book of your travels, now those moments are priceless. It also helps to always have something to look forward to, whether it's a vacation, a concert, or even a plain simple dinner. Having these future plans gives you that positive boost, especially when things feel tough. Number 6, make written to-do lists. I know this sounds old school, but writing things down helps. When you're writing down your goals and tasks, it forces that clarity and creates that deeper connection. There's something about putting pen to paper that makes things just feel more manageable. Plus, crossing things off the list is not only satisfying and motivating, but also gives you that tangible sense of accomplishment. Number 7, invest early. Time is your best friend when it comes to investing. The earlier you start, the more you'll benefit from compound interest. Even small amounts grow significantly over time. There's this quote that says, compound interest is like the 8th wonder of the world. Start now and let time do the heavy lifting for you. And if you don't know much about investing yet, that's okay. Make your first investment being to learn how to invest. Number 8, start building credit early. Building credit takes time. The earlier you start, the better. Open a credit card, use it responsibly, and pay it off in full every single month. This will set you up well for financial opportunities down the road, like renting an apartment, buying a home, or securing a loan. Your credit score is more important than you think. Number 9, find your natural rhythm. Some people love waking up at 5 a.m. Others are productive at midnight. Guess what? both are fine. The key here is to find what works best for you. There is no right or wrong answer. Respect your natural rhythm, whether you're an early bird or a night owl, build a routine around that. Number 10, discipline over motivation. Motivation is great, but unreliable. Some days you'll wake up with zero motivation, and that's okay. Discipline is what carries you through those times. Build strong habits and routines that don't rely on what you feel in the moment. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even if you don't feel like it. It's choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Stick to your routines and you'll see results even when motivation fades. Number 11, time is wealth. You'll often hear people say time is money, but time is so much more valuable than that. Time is wealth. You can make more money, but you can never make more time. I'm fortunate to have a great career and income, but I'm sometimes realizing that it's actually worth it to spend that money to buy back time. Whether it's paying for services you don't enjoy, like cleaning, or spending more on better experiences during the time you have with your family and friends. Wealth isn't measured just by the numbers in your bank account. It's about how much of your time is spent doing things that matter with people that matter. Once time is gone, it's gone forever. Be intentional with how you spend that wealth. Number 12, you aren't owed anything. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's true. The world does not owe you anything. Not success, not happiness, not even that promotion. If you want to move up, first show that you can operate at that next level. As Gary Vaynerchuk puts it, jab, 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 and then right hook. That means provide a ton of value first before even expecting anything in return. Everything you want in life, you have to earn, but that's empowering because that means you have control. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come your way, take ownership of your life and create them yourself. So ask yourself, how would life change if you stopped waiting for life to happen and went after the life you want? Number 13, focus on fitness. Your body is the one thing that sticks with you for your entire life. Take care of it. You don't need to become a fitness guru, but regular exercise and healthy habits improve your life in so many ways, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Studies show that just 20 to 30 minutes of exercise every single day will reduce your risk of death by all causes by about 20%. But fitness is not just about how you look. It's about how you feel, how you think, and how you show up in the world. Start now, your future self will thank you. Number 14, have recurring hobbies. It's easy to get caught up with work and responsibilities, but life is much more than that. Hobbies, whether it's reading, painting, sports, or even gaming, gives you an outlet to decompress and stay balanced. These activities not only help you recharge, but also add variety to your days, so your weeks don't just pass by and get blurred together. These activities and moments give you something to look forward to, especially when life gets stressful. Number 15, you don't need to love your job. Not everyone wakes up every morning with a big smile, commuting to work, doing the work, and then commuting home. It's okay to not love your job as long as you love the life it supports. If you're in a job that allows you to enjoy your evenings, like with recurring hobbies, weekends, pay your bills, and funds your passions and ideal lifestyle, that's success in itself. Personally, I don't typically get swayed too much by emotion when it comes to my job. As long as I'm surrounded by great people, working on interesting and rewarding problems, and have a great career trajectory and income, I'm content. Outside of work, I have the freedom to enjoy the fruits of my labor with a clear path to financial freedom. Number 16, Imposter Syndrome. Everyone has it. No one knows everything and everyone is figuring things out as they go, even the ones that seem like they have everything together. Imposter Syndrome is something most of us will feel at some point or another. Even the most successful people don't have all the answers when they started. Confidence comes from action and learning, not from waiting until you're ready, because that day will never come. Stop doubting yourself, start where you are and learn as you go. No one knows everything and that's okay. 17. Overthinking is the enemy of progress. Overthinking gets you stuck, and it's easy to fall into analysis paralysis, constantly planning, strategizing, and waiting for the perfect moment. Trust me, I've been there, and to a degree, I'm still there. But here's the thing, that moment doesn't exist. The best way to learn and grow is by doing. Take action, make mistakes, and adjust as you go. It's better to try and fail than to have never tried at all. Instead of spending hours running through what ifs that will never happen, spend those days doing. Action breeds clarity, and clarity comes from experience, not overthinking. Number 18, let go of things that are outside your control. Life will throw things at you that you simply can't control. Whether it's a bad boss, unexpected setbacks, or global events, stressing on things that are outside your reach just drains your energy. Focus on what you can control, your attitude, your effort, and how you respond to challenges. Remember this, if it won't matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes worrying about it. Let go of the rest. Your peace of mind is worth much more than the temporary stress of uncomfortable situations. Number 19, friends are like chapters. Friends will come and go throughout your life, and that's perfectly normal. Some friendships last a lifetime, and some are only meant for certain seasons. I still have some close friends from elementary school, but some others have drifted apart. I used to be the one that really tried hard to keep everyone together, but life's momentum was just too strong. Think of friendships like chapters in a book. Some will naturally close as you move on to new stages in your life. Cherish those connections you have while you have them, but understand that letting go isn't a loss. It's simply making space for new connections that are more aligned with where your life is heading. Number 20, the hedonic treadmill. We touched on this earlier, but it's the idea that no matter how high your happiness spikes after acquiring or achieving something, it'll always come back down to a certain baseline. You get that new phone and it's exciting for a while, but eventually it's just another phone. Instead of chasing temporary highs from material possessions, focus on things that provide lasting satisfaction, meaningful relationships, personal growth, and fulfilling experiences. Those are things that truly matter, not the latest gadget or trend. Number 21, adopt an abundance mindset and know that there's more than enough happiness, success, and opportunity to go around. Too often we operate with a scarcity mindset, where when someone wins, that means we lose. That's not true. It's not a zero-sum game, and there's more than enough positivity to go around. Operating from an abundance mindset means you're not constantly competing with others. And if something you do fails, just learn and move on. Focus on collaboration, growth, and celebrating other success, knowing that yours will come too. Number 22, the 5-second rule. Not about picking up food after you drop it, but something Mel Robbins popularized that says, where when you have an urge to act, do it in the first 5 seconds. The idea is that the longer you wait, the more likely you are to procrastinate or talk yourself out of it. And speaking of 5, there's also the 5-minute rule, where if a task like cleaning something up or replying to a message will take less than 5 minutes, just do it now. Don't let it build up over time, which means you're even less likely to do it in the future. These are simple and powerful ways to build momentum throughout your days, making it easier to tackle bigger things later on. Number 23, compound interest with knowledge. We've talked about compound interest with money, but the same principle applies to knowledge too. Learning even something small every day adds up, and over time that accumulated knowledge becomes incredibly valuable. Whether it's reading, listening to a podcast, or watching educational content, make it a habit to learn every day. The goal isn't to master everything at once, but to learn consistently. Just like with money, small regular investments in knowledge can lead to massive growth over time. Number 24, face challenges head on. Yes, challenges can feel uncomfortable, but as one of my old managers said, it's normal to feel a bit of discomfort because that means you're learning. If everything were easy all the time, that means you're probably not growing. When you face obstacles head on, you learn, grow, and become more resilient. Challenges are opportunities in disguise. So the next time you encounter something difficult, don't shy away. Embrace it. Number 25, make your environment work for you. Your environment plays a huge role in your success. If your surrounding is cluttered and full of distractions, it's going to be hard to stay focused and productive. As I'm about to move into a new apartment, I'm thinking more intentionally about how I want to set things up. I plan to keep it tidy, bright, and full of natural light, because I know that for me, even small details like that can have a big impact on my mood and motivations. Take time to set up your space in a way that supports your goals. Organize your workplace, reduce distractions, and surround yourself with things and people that help you keep you on track. Your environment is the foundation of your habits, so make sure it's working for you, not against you. Number 26, go for walks. Sometimes when you feel overwhelmed or stuck, the best thing you can do is step outside and go for a walk. There's just something about moving your body and getting fresh air that gets the blood flowing, clears your mind, and resets your thoughts. I mean, when the weather is right, I actually enjoy my morning commute, breathing in that cool, crisp fall air under the blue skies. I also love doing strolls around the city and visiting new coffee shops too. If you're feeling stressed, take 20 minutes and go for a walk. It might not solve all your problems, but you'll return with a clearer head and fresh perspectives. Number 27, the 80-20 rule, saying that 80% of your results will come from 20% of your efforts. In other words, not everything you do will be equally valuable. The trick is to only focus on tasks that bring the biggest impact, and not the ones that only drain your energy. It's important to recognize diminishing returns. At some point, putting more effort in doesn't lead to better results, if at all. Applying the 80-20 rule helps you work smarter, not harder, and truly helps you focus on things that move the needle. Number 28, don't blame your parents. Forgive them. Your parents did the best they could with what they knew at that time. Holding on to that resentment only weighs you down. Nobody's perfect, and understanding that your parents were just figuring things out as they go, just like you are now, can help you release some of those frustrations. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing mistakes. It's about freeing yourself from that baggage that resentment creates. When you forgive, it opens up space for healing, peace, and personal growth. And this doesn't just apply to parents, it applies to friends as well. Letting go of those old grudges helps you move forward and focuses on what truly matters. Number 29, big results come from small actions. Success isn't about one grand gesture. It's built on the small, consistent actions you take every single day. Whether it's exercising, learning, or working on your goals, it's the ordinary things you do every day repeatedly that lead to extraordinary outcomes. Robert Collier once said that success is the sum of small efforts, done day in and day out. And as the saying goes, if you want what no one else has, you must be willing to do what most others won't. The key is to keep on showing up, even if it's repetitive or the progress seems slow. Those small daily actions may not feel extraordinary now, but over time they add up to something remarkable. Stick with it, and one day you'll realize how far you've come. Number 30, failures are lessons in disguise. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's actually a crucial part of the journey to success. Every setback teaches you something, so don't be afraid to fail. Each time you stumble, you're one step closer to where you want to be. Like Alex Hormozi says, learning means you behave differently the next time you're in the same situation. Failure isn't a dead end, it's feedback. And honestly, sometimes all it takes is succeeding that one time to change everything. Think about failure as a teacher, not a roadblock. Embrace it, learn from it, and move forward. There you have it, 30 things I learned by 30. If any of these resonate with you, drop a comment below or share your own lessons. Remember, none of us have it all figured out, and that's okay. Life's about taking it day by day, growing a little bit at a time, and finding joy along the way. And a big part of that joy for me is amazing travel experiences for myself and my loved ones, while doing so for next to nothing. If you're curious how I do it, check it out over here, and I'll see you in the next one.